Amusement parks are there to amuse you. It's kind of in the name. They're fun, there's rides, there's really sweet things to eat and games to be won. Who doesn't love amusement parks? They're great. That is, until they close down, then they are forgotten, and when nature crawls back in and strange people start to call them home, then they aren't really somewhere you want to visit, I think. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary abandoned amusement parks. But just before we get into that, I'm going to change my clothes because I want to say thank you really quick to our sponsor for today's video, SeatGeek. They are a ticket search engine that let you find tickets to live events in seconds. They search all of the biggest ticket sites for you and present all the results in one single place. This includes second-hand tickets, so you really can get insanely good deals. You can use their website or their app for this. I recently found some tickets to a show that I thought was sold out in my area, but there are tickets on SeatGeek for a very reasonable price. They even have a deal score system which analyzes thousands of ticket listings and rates the best bargains using a simple color and number system. SeatGeek are giving you guys, our viewers, a chance to use a unique one-off promo code to get $20 off your very first ticket. You could save a lot of money using that. Go to SeatGeek.com, find the promo code section and type in top 10, all one word. Thanks again to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. You can find a link to their site in the description box below. Alright, we're going to start off at number 10 now with the Pripyat Amusement Park. This is an abandoned park in Pripyat, Ukraine that was meant to be opened on May 1st, 1986. Unfortunately, just 5 days before that date, the nearby nuclear power plant at Chernobyl went into meltdown. Everyone in the area was forced to evacuate the city. As with everything else there, the park was left just as it was. Radiation levels there have been among the highest levels recorded in the whole of Pripyat. Even today, you will need special permission to get even close. Moving on to number 9 now, we have Lake Shawnee Amusement Park. This park in southern West Virginia was abandoned in 1966 after the accidental deaths of 2 children. A little girl in a pink ruffled dress died after climbing into the circling swing set. A little boy also drowned in the amusement park's swimming pond. Some say the park was cursed even before its creation, after being built on the ground where deadly murders took place between Native Americans and European settlers during the late 1700s. The park opens up sometimes for tours in the week before Halloween, and some people have sworn they've seen the little girl there in her dress, covered in blood and just staring at them. Next up at number 8 now, we have Spreepark. This is an abandoned park in Berlin that opened in 1969. At its height, the park attracted over 1.5 million people per year. It boasted a roller coaster, 2 game watercourses, a stage, a western town and an English village. By 1999 though, the park was struggling to cope with large debts. They increased the admission fee, but that only served to drive away visitors. By 2001, they entertained just 400,000 visitors a year. The park closed the following year. In the years since then, a fire devastated major parts of the park. It's thought that someone intentionally did this. These days, Spreepark is nothing more than a creepy, burnt out husk with no certain plans for the future. Next up at number 7 now, we have Six Flags New Orleans. When Hurricane Katrina struck the Caribbean and southern US states, it devastated a lot of places. One of them was the Six Flags amusement park in New Orleans. As you can see from these images, the damage was so immense that the owners were just forced to abandon it altogether. The only visitors to the site now are trespassers who rip fences and leave graffiti. The place is also home to boars, snakes and other animals that have taken advantage of the lack of human presence. Next up at number 6 now, we have Encore Garden. This abandoned park in Taiwan lies just east of Taichung City. It was extremely popular during the 1990s, attracting visitors from all around. Then, in unclear circumstances, the park just closed. Rumours spread about what the reason could be. Some say there was a serious accident on the huge Ferris wheel that the park was known for. Others maintained that an earthquake in 1999 caused damage that was just too serious to repair. Next up at number 5 now, we have Gullivers Kingdom. This theme park was built in the shadow of Japan's Mount Fuji and was partially funded by the government. The ride centered around the story of Gulliver, a traveler who discovered an island full of tiny people. The park opened in 1997 but barely lasted 4 years. The reasons for its failure are cited as a lack of main attractions, but also its proximity to the notorious Suicide Forest, a place that earned its name from being a favoured suicide spot for people in Japan. At number 4 now, we have Okpo Land. This amusement park is on the outskirts of Okpo in South Korea. It was very popular during the 90s and became one of Asia's most famous amusement parks. The duck ride became a crowd favourite, but tragically people started getting seriously injured on it. Eventually someone died on it. There was outrage and Okpo Land offered no compensation or apology. In 1999, a little girl died after one of the duck carts derailed and capsized. The park was closed soon after that. The derailed cart that killed the girl was still left hanging over the edge. It became a popular site for urban explorers until it was demolished in 2011. At number 3 now we have Daddy Park. Built in 1950, this was Belgium's first private amusement park, built for children of pilgrims visiting the nearby basilica. It was successful for many years, but that all came to an end in 2000. The Nautic jet ride was notoriously dangerous, but no improvements were ever made to it. In that year, a boy lost his arm on the ride. The park struggled on for a while, but closed down in 2002 for renovations. For whatever reason, those renovations never took place, and the park was abandoned, never to reopen again. Today it remains almost as it was left. Parts of it were demolished, but many of the buildings and smaller attractions remain. Next up at number 2 now we have Wonderland Amusement Park. This park in China was supposed to be the country's answer to Disneyland's Cinderella Castle. It was still in development in 2000 when the plug was pulled on the whole project. According to National Geographic, the developer, local government and farmers all could not agree on the value of the land, and so work was stopped while the castle was only half built. Despite the owners abandoning Wonderland Park, the locals did not. They still tend to the plants that grow around the castle and apparently use the castle itself as a communal activity centre. And finally at number 1 now we have Joyland. This park in Kansas was once the largest in the state and boasted 20 rides for kids and adults alike. It ran for more than 50 years until 2004. That was the year a 13-year-old girl fell from the Ferris wheel and sustained major injuries. The park closed down to assess its own safety. Although it planned to open again in 2006, it never did. The owners have since demolished most of the major attractions. Alright guys, that's been our rundown of fun places that turned creepy when they were abandoned. If there's one thing I've learned from doing this video, it's that there's a lot of these places about. Perhaps you guys even live near one. If so, let me know. Thanks for watching as always. My name is Danny Burke and I will see you all in the next video.